What's up, Fantom fanatics, Fantom freaks? How y'all doing today? It's Mitch, Crypto Music, coming at you with another episode of Earning on Fantom, my favorite dang blockchain out there, or DAG, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, place to be right now, sitting at a price of $2.11. We've been hanging out underneath the MACD here, waiting for a bullish cross, and we usually don't spend too much time underneath it when we are below that MACD. Now, could we go lower? Absolutely, and I would just keep buying. And but I have a feeling we're looking for some pretty good upward movement before long. I mean, we're looking at some little regulations coming from the U.S. through some sort of directive order from the from up top of the mountain, and you know, those type of little regulations often, especially when they're priced in, once it happens, usually is a catalyst for a higher price surge, not a lower one, because that is already baked in. So we'll see what happens there. We're going to start today over here at Tomb Finance, the king of kings of all passive DeFi opportunities. We are above peg at the moment. Had a nice print today in the masonry. We are sitting at 1.02, so very delicious, looking strong, very nice. Sitting at $13,789 for our T-share price, and looking very nice. I've been getting my steady pay out of here. Not much has been going on. I mean, a lot has been going on. You can do all sorts of different stuff with your tomb now, but I saw the other day that Harry tweeted out to Daniela Siesta that, hey, you want me to buy time? Wouldn't that be something if he bought Time Wonderland on the cheap? That would be unbelievable. So things been going really good here, and it's just printing out, and been a lot of updates, but nothing major. Right now, there is, like I said, some other stuff to do with your tomb that we didn't have before, that you can single-sided stake your tomb, and I'll show you those two options right now. One is OX DAO. OX DAO is the, you know, all the Fantom native platforms came in to basically, you know, compete with the liquidity suckers who were coming from other chains trying to get a hold of that V3 solidly freaking NFT, and they did that. Looks like these guys get one too, and you know, each NFT that people get gives them a different percentage, right? So 25% of all of the protocol revenue and all that stuff that comes from Solidly goes out to those NFT holders, right? And those NFT holders, each one of those NFTs gives them access to a different amount of, you know, protocol governance, protocol revenue, all that good stuff. And these guys were up near the top, and their whole point was to get one of those NFTs. But the reason I like this platform is because kind of a reluctant person who was included in this was Justin Beavis, the owner and dev for Byte Masons and Reaper Farm. And he is basically doing a lot of the contracts and doing a lot of the stuff over here. So that gives me a lot more confidence. So there's a lot of single-sided staking that goes on over here. Here's your current APRs, not Ys. I love Rs. I don't like APYs. Just for OX DAO, 338% APR. So looking at over 1% a day there, or just under 1% a day, excuse me. And then you got some different piles of stuff that you can get into here, all earning OX DAO coins. So you have your tomb option here, and let's go ahead and add a little bit. We'll add 100 tomb available, or how to add 100 tomb to this pool. And so what I've been doing is adding some tomb in here. It's not earning the most in the world, but it is earning these OX DAO coins. I am keeping those and dropping them into Reaper Farm to earn over there. And you can also do the same thing with your tomb. And this is a very good thing for tomb, right? This is like, what could be better than putting your tomb in a farm with something else where it's selling the something else, buying more tomb. It helps tomb, it helps the peg, it helps the price, all that good stuff. Actually, we'll go. So on 0x DAO, you have all sorts of different available options here on Reaper, including that single asset staked OX DAO that we were looking at, which comes out to 0.89% a day over here, and they do all the compounding and all that for you. And here's your Tomb Crypt here. You're earning 0.149 a day, which is not the most, but you're keeping all of the Tomb, and this helps the Tomb price because it is selling the OX DAO back into Tomb on the regular, and that's the kind of price, action that we need to help us all. And hopefully that will offset some of these auto compounding bots that whenever we're off a peg, they, or not close to peg or getting down close, they end up hurting us because they're selling a bunch of Tomb when it's the time to not be selling Tomb. And that's the one problem with the auto compounders. So I really like the auto compounders for the farms, except for, if it's selling Tomb when we don't want it to sell Tomb, well, that's not really good for anyone, right? So I'm only earning, 56% APR. It's not that much. Like it shows, 0.1% a day approximately. And I've earned 20 of these OX DAO coins. With these OX DAO coins that I earn here, I'm taking them out of here, dropping them into this Reaper pool on this single-sided OX DAO. And I barely got anything in there now, but I will be putting as this builds up, I will be putting a lot more. This OX DAO credits them, not bad, 0.21% a day, but you can actually do better just by going over to credit and staking there. We can take a look at that. Really big into the Revenant Finance thing, looking to seriously add into my position. But credit is, it's currently hanging out at 256. Let's head over to the farms and see what we're currently cranking out. 222. That's APR. Fantastic. Loving that. And so this is a great pool to be in. You can also get into this pool on a bunch of different auto compounders. Okay, so you can put your Tomb into OX DAO and compound it there. That really helps the peg. One other thing that you can do with your Tomb is over here on Beluga Fi. Grab a refresh there. Over here on Beluga Fi, they are cross-chain, but they have a lot of single asset farms that you can get into, including this Tomb Maximizer, paying out, now this is APY, so it's not as high as it seems, but paying out at 583%. So 583% APY gives us 208% APR, and we will be compounding daily, so that's actually looking pretty good. But 208% APR approximately, probably a little bit lower than that because the compounding thing and all that good stuff. So there's your Tomb Maximizer there, and you have some different options, even like, some different beats, FTM, 182%. And Beluga is a great place. They've got all sorts of different farms. They're on a few different chains. Right here, you can get into 3Share and 3Ohm, earning some crazy. I mean, they can't even print the APR here because it's so high. So not a bad place to come and check out some crazy APYs and all that good stuff. So OX DAO, the V3 is their main aspect. They're going to be getting one of those Andre Cronje NFTs, and that should be a game changer for them. And everyone getting one of these NFTs is going to be a game changer. We know Tomb Finance is getting one. Beats is also getting one. And can't go wrong with Beethoven. I'm loving Beethoven. I'm actually going to be creating a few different pools over here of my own with some different cryptos that I have that I don't see anyone else pooling, and see what that does. See if I could just earn some nice APYs, right? So I am prime. There is all sorts of wonderful farms here, and clicking here on the APR will give you the best ones. We got Monolith, looks like a brand new farm. Let's check out what's in that one. 20% EXOD, 20% GOM, 20% RAP EXOD, 20% Maya, and 20% Fantom. That seems like a pretty risky pool, but with APR like that, That seems like a pretty good way to go. That's a delicious APR for sure. 312%. And the Beluga, which we were just over there, if you want to take your Beluga and compound it over here, we're making 278% APR. Pretty nutty. Let's see if they got that pool over here. Beluga profit share. That's this one. Coral Symphony Maximizer earning 260% APY. And that's at Beethoven-x, and that's the one we were just looking at. But right here, showing 278% APR. Not sure why the discrepancy there or why that's so different, but there you go. All right, this one's brand new. The Vaults of the Lonely Mountain. That's got to be 80% One Ring. I don't even know what this is, but I'll have to look into One Ring and see what I think of it. But yeah, not even heard of that yet. So we'll have to dig into that and see what that's about and maybe bring that up on the next new things coming to Fantom. So Beluga, great place to get into some single asset stakings. Of course, these all have, strategies behind them, but then brings you back into the coin of your choice. Now, I don't think this Tomb Maximizer is like great for the price or great for keeping it off a peg like it was over there on OX DAO, because OX DAO is selling the OX DAO to buy more Tomb, which is fantastic for the price, and dumps on OX, which we don't really care about that. Liquid Driver, you can earn 1,353% APY over here at Beluga. So Beluga, pretty interesting. You got your swap. Hasn't come up, your swap, which is not out yet. You can vote on proposals by clicking here, and then this takes you, of course, back to the farms where we were just looking at. And yeah, looking pretty solid. You can get a lot of really good stuff going on here, and they do have a lot of integration with Beethoven, which I love Beethoven. And for me, whenever Beethoven is below 50 cents or really 60 cents lately, I take all my Beethoven and I put it back into the beats. I turn it into F beats and put it back into the pool, and that's what I'm doing now. And I'll do that till it gets above 60 cents, and above 60 cents, I cash out and spread that butter all across the Fantom ecosystem, right? Okay, moving on from there, let's head over to 2Ohm. 2Ohm is very similar to Tomb. Obviously, it's a fork off of Tomb. So we have the 2Ohm, and now we have also 3Ohm, and that's right here, the 3 DAO. And things have been going pretty good here. The peg has been where we want it. We're at 1.56, and the reason that the peg stays good here and why these forks of Tomb Finance are better than so many others is because you don't have the community, you don't got a billionaire, you don't all got that stuff. What you need is more ways to not sell the 2Ohm or the 3Ohm, right? So this other one that he has going is 3Ohm, and it's got here 3 bonds, and there's a lot going on with this 3Ohm finance, but it is integrated with 2Ohm here, and they basically help support each other. The 3Ohm price on TWAP is 8.119 FTM, looking to drop a little bit of funds in here, but 2Ohm itself has been just cranking for me. So what is really good about these farms is they have this 2Ohm 2-share LP. So same thing with the boardroom. You earn just like over there on Tomb Finance, and you earn the Tomb FTM in this pair. The Tomb pumps out of the boardroom. If 2Ohm ever drops below Fantom, the boardroom stops printing, right? But what we have here that we don't have at other places is this 2Ohm 2-share LP, which gives us more reasons not to sell the 2Ohm, right? Any 2Ohm you get out of the boardroom, you should pair up with your 2-share that comes out of these 2 pools, stick it into this pool, and then use this pool, the 2-share that comes out of here, as your passive income. Again, 2Ohm and FTM prints out 2-share. 2-share and FTM LP print out 2-share. Take this 2-share that you earn out of here, put it in the boardroom. all of the 2 ohm that comes out of the boardroom, pair up with 2 share that comes out of here and stick it into this 2 ohm 2 share LP. All of the 2 share that comes out of here, sell that as your passive income. You now have got stream into stream into stream. You have these 2 feeding the boardroom and these 2 feeding this one, and this one is where you take your passive income out of. So I got my main pile in the 2 share FTM LP, and that's where I keep it rocking, and I've been, you know, feeding the other ones off of that, taking my passive income, and it's been just working great. 3 ohm is the next, you know, it could be like, you can almost consider this like layered farming, right? Or layered tomb forks. This is the next layer of the tomb fork. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Current price of the 3 shares is $2,400, and wouldn't be bad to grab a hold of, oh, sorry, 2,406 FTM. That's $5,000. Your current 3 ohm price is at 17, and these guys are certainly printing out. Let's head over to the farm. So now we have 4 different farms. We have 3 ohm wrapped FTM. We have 3 shares wrapped FTM. We have 2 shares from the other platform with wrapped FTM, and then 2 ohm with wrapped FTM. So you can take your 2 ohm and your different stuff from over there, bring it over here. Right now, this makes this the best tomb fork out there, is the 2 ohm 3 ohm, you know, mixed up concept. I'll do another video with a lot more going on here. I'm putting into this probably today and tomorrow, but I've had a whole bunch going on, and I've been loading into Power. I've been loading into Comb, and let's go over to Comb real quick. Comb has been great because a couple of bigger YouTubers like that Thomas Gangster guy and another big Zeb Summers or whatever, but big people, they just jumped into Comb, and luckily I'm already set up in Comb. We had a price spike today that was freaking legendary. I mean, look at this price spike. It is nuts. It jumped all the way up to 370 at one point, down to 324 right now. We were down to like 260, 270 something yesterday. So I would expect a nice cool off of this price to come back down into this range. And at that point, it might be a good idea to load yourself up some Comb. Comb is fantastic. You know, they're basically trying to be strong block on Fantom, right? So let's go over to and check them out real quick. Comb Finance. The first hybrid protocol for blockchain as a services, and this is nodes. They have a lot going on here, and I like it a lot. They are also part of the unity of transparency, which you have to be invited into. You gotta have, you gotta be KYC, you gotta be audited, you gotta have all your stuff ducks in a row, you gotta be paying, you gotta have not done a bunch of weird stuff and not have no, you can't smell like ring, right? You gotta have your own thing going on. You construct a hive, generate an endpoint, mint NFTs, currently 328% APR, so just under 1% a day. Gotta love that. And yeah, they're just doing everything right. The team is strong. They're super out front. They're very professional. They're very active on Twitter. And the price has been doing fantastic stuff. So let's head into the app. We'll see what I got going. So I just finally got myself one of these 9 comb nectars. I was saving up for that, and luckily my entry point's right around $220, $240. I do have some of these, a couple Broughtons. My entry into that is much lower. And so I have Jerry, George, Kramer. I will get Elaine with my next, when this thing progresses up to another Broughton hive. Right? When I get up to one of these, I'll name that one Elaine. I'll put that right here, and I'll have the entire Seinfeld cast pumping away some passive income for me. So currently making $42 a day here. That's fantastic, but that's because the price had just jumped up. We're at $325 current comb price. That was up at $360 something earlier. there's no way for me to really capitalize on the price. Not like I can just yank out and sell when it's up high or something like that. It doesn't necessarily work that way. I have to be ready for a withdrawal. But that steady increase in the price has made this thing way more than 1% a day. I think this is actually going to go higher. I think this is going to get up into the Thor nodes type of thing, because besides Thor nodes, this is probably the biggest, largest, and most well-known and trusted node provider out there is Comb. And Comb has been fantastic. It is definitely the biggest and baddest player in the node field on Fantom. Now, our second biggest one, which I also like. So I'm earning good out of here, making $40-something a day. I have the bottom one top bar hive and 2 bottom hives, and there is a compound feature on here. If you want to compound your rewards, you can. It's very easy. You just, come into each gnome. I don't have anything to compound right now, but you basically compound and it adds up into here. It takes your comb, turns it into next, and you see that represented here. And once that gets up to a bottom hive, I will buy another one. After that, I will just do a regular 50-50 compound and a 50-50 withdraw. Okay, the other big node play on Fantom that's badass that everyone should know about is Power. Let's head to the apps. They have a few different things going on here. So you got your regular app, that's it here, and then you also have those farms. The farms make a completely different token called energy, right? And you can earn energy, is buyable and sellable anywhere, but you can take your power that you earn here, stick it into the farms, as well as a whole bunch of single-sided pools, and earn energy. You take that energy. The reason they originally did that is they were trying to get a V3, trying to get one of the solidly NFTs. That didn't happen. Not exactly sure what's going to happen with the farms, with the energy token and all that, but these guys have a lot of big plans. Also part of the union of transparency for these node plays. I'm currently sitting at 3 superhumans. I will have a 4th one today, and I have 3 of the humans. The humans are little guys. They just barely pump out. The superhumans are the biggest. So I'm typing the name in there so you can see the actual generators, right? Here's the different generators that you can buy. For one single generator, you can get a flat versal. There's also, remember, you can only have 100 nodes altogether. So if you came in and bought 100 of these one things, that would be all you could have. You wouldn't want to do that because that would fill you up very, very quickly, unless that was your strategy. So I've just been buying into these 50 super power nodes, superhuman power nodes, and letting them crank out, and they earn 0.7 comb a day. This human earns 0.1. I got a couple of those. I don't have any of these smaller ones. Microscopic earns 0.025 a day, and I expect the price to do a lot, so these in the future could actually pump out a substantial amount. As it is, they're pretty low little situations. So here's where you compound your tier rewards. If you want to compound everything that's in your, in that size, and you could do it from here as well. If you put, you have claim rewards, but when you claim, you basically can claim all your one category at a time, right? I can claim all my superhumans or all my humans right off the bat. So things going super well here. Let's go over to the farms. So the farms is where you come in and stake your different stuff. You can add wrapped Fantom in here and you earn energy. YFI pool, there's MIM, power. I do have just a little bit of power in here, and I am actually going to be pouring most of my power into here before I sell it. Just leave it in here for a chunk of time till the price is where I like it, and then I will just withdraw it from here and sell it at the right time, and in the meantime be earning as much of this energy token as possible, and we'll see what they do with that. These guys aren't the type to just sit on their hands, so I would imagine something is coming down the pike. All right, next up, let's go over to Hector DAO. Hector DAO has had a lot of changes as of late, and they've dropped down their APYs or their APRs to like minuscule amounts. Right now, they're giving us like 200% APY. I mean, that's, why? It's such a small amount that Yeah, well, whatever. The price is going up $22, and that's what they're going to be focused on, is increasing the heck price from here on out. So whatever you have, compounded up till now is what you're riding with, and hopefully, and I think we're gonna, now instead of concentrating on what they're concentrating on, they're gonna be concentrating on the price. And so I think there's, I think I see good things happening, and this backing per heck has certainly increased. They are also doing a something with their stable coin where you're going to be able to get 30% APR. I think it's R, not Y. And you'll be locked in for that, and that will come from the treasury. So we'll see what happens there. Let's head over to the dashboard. I got 1.97. I need to switch over into the pool here, because they got like a cooling off period, right? So it's basically made it to where people can't use the bonds and then get in and out of them and use the bonds in a manner that is bad for the platform. So that's why they have this warm-up details. Just after you put your heck in here to stake, come back next day or day after and come over and press that button, and that will get you over here. So as you can see, 236% APY. That's pretty minuscule, but in 2 years, or excuse me, in a year, I will have more than doubled this amount. But this is compounding automatically already, so this, putting in APY does make sense. I just think the number is extremely small, but hopefully the price changes all of that, is where we reap our rewards, because next reward yield for 5 days, we're getting 1.67%. That's pretty minuscule, but it is better than nothing. So that's what's going on with Hector DAO. They got the bank that just launched. They got a swap coming soon, and they're looking to do, they got big plans. The last AMA with the Prometheus guy was really good, but because they were announcing this whole APY reduction, it had kind of a somber feel to it. That's for sure. Okay, moving on from there. Okay, and I like to leave you with something brand new when we sign off here, and what we're looking at today is ViveLaBouje. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, this is a layered farm. It has 2 layers. Currently, we're on the 2nd layer. L1 doesn't have much going on over there. Here we are on layer 2, and it looks like layer 2 is actually launching on February 3rd. So you got 2 days until this thing launches. And they have some really interesting stuff here. So you have this, you got your typical farms, and the farms, they're cranking out right now because, they haven't started. So Viva currently at ridiculous amounts for this LP. This Fantom USDC, I might jump in there and see if I can outpace my deposit fee, but that's looking pretty tasty. And jumping into some of these new farms has certainly been good for me, right? So I've been doing this other layered farm. Let's go look at that one. And that one is Waterfall Finance. And it is here on Fantom as well, but it's moved over into layer 2, and layer 2 is called MoneyRain. Full separate names. And MoneyRain has got some serious, I didn't do too well in the first layer farm. I barely earned back my fee, and didn't work out for me too well. But in this one here, I'm fully on. I've gotten my fee back already. And so this is MoneyRain, the 2nd layer of the Waterfall Finance farm. And their farms and pools have been cranking out, even, like really good, and like holding firm, right? Look at these APRs are crazy. 1,500 for MoneyRain USDC, 143,000 for MoneyRain Wrapped Fantom, 140,000% APR for MoneyRain and FUSDT. That is going to be a very odd pool, in my opinion. All right, let's head over to the pools. I do have some MIM in the pools, and right now MIM is an interesting thing to do because, is it going to stay stable? Is it going to break its peg? If it breaks its peg, we're all screwed, and all of DeFi is going to freaking feel that one. But, because so many people have moved out of MIM, for stablecoin yields, they've been off the hook because everyone's moved, a lot of people moved over to USDC, USDT, and they got out of MIM, and the rates on most MIM pools have been freaking killer, right? So like this MIM, I've been earning over 1% a day here. And let's see some of the other, and these are straight single-sided staking. No deposit fee on some of these. Deposit fee on ICE here is 3.5%, and it's earning 757% APR, so over 2% a day. Nuts. Looks like the MIM finally went down. I was earning over 1% a day. These guys also have a APR reset thing that they do as well, and some of these pools are just freaking delicious. 260%. That's that's over 0.5% a day on Boo. You're not beating that anywhere. You earn that 3.5% fee back, in 3 days, and you're off to the races with full profits from that point on in a single-sided situation. Okay, back to ViveLaBouje, which also has a whole bunch of stuff going on, including a layer 2. Here's the layer. Let's see, were we on the layer 2? Oh, this is their game thing. Okay, so like I said, these farms have not launched yet, but will be launching in 2 days from now. But you can go to layer 1 and still earn there if you want. But I would suggest, or me myself, I will be waiting for layer 2 to do anything here. Let's go over the pools to see what we got for single-sided staking. You can post their own coin, Vive, for a ridiculous 500,000% a day. USDC, wowzer. You should be able to earn that 4% back in the first day with this, but you never know. Fantom pool, huge. Dia, Wrapped BCT, and Wrapped ETH are your pools over here. And they got some other stuff going on here that's very interesting. Like if you click on this game tab, it pops you up over into this situation, trending games. And this is all on their own stuff. You got lobbies, all games, bonuses, and there is a hell of a lot going on here. Providers of games, including all this different stuff. I haven't wrapped my head around what all is going on here, but live bets, high rollers, race. I haven't really dug into all of this, but look at this Boujou game. They have so many games over here. It's crazy. You can play dice, X roulette, yeah, all sorts of stuff, and from different places. Let's see what happens if we click on one of these. Enter the game. Log in with MetaMask. Yeah, I don't plan to do all that, but pretty interesting. They got all this gaming stuff going here. I haven't dug in way into this. I haven't invested in anything. This is a brand new farm. Use at your own risk, but it seems pretty interesting, and they have a referral program. Crazy. I like places that have referral programs. That usually, is a good sign. We got all sorts of different gaming partnerships here. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. So we'll find out. Anyway, there's all that good stuff. Big old episode of Earning with Fantom and or Earning on Fantom. Hope you guys like that. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Quotes music going to catch you guys on the flip. Hope you're having a hell of a great day. Hope you got mad profits falling into your lap. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.